Greybeard, do you have the option to talk to me?
I do.
Excellent. Good morning. It's nice to see you.
Good morning.
That sounds perfect.
Because this is a nice test. We can actually really...
Yeah, absolutely.
The delay on this is good. It always makes it entertaining. Right. 4 minutes away from fun. Hope everyone's
done it.
Superb. Hello, Alan. Do you have the ability to talk at the moment? Because I've put you in as a listener, and if you have a question and everything else, that would be great when we start. All right, everybody got their drinks ready, sorted, and snacks if they need them?
Drinks already, but I'm a little bit struggling with the hashtag.
With a haystack?
Yeah, no, not with the haystack, with the hashtag about the perceptions today. Hashtag.
Oh, the hashtag, right. It's on the pinned tweet, so it's there. You were saying, Melissa, there are a few Australians as well. And it's nice of Greybeard to get up very early as he's in America.
Well, now you know how I feel every Wednesday morning. Well, Wednesday morning for me.
What time is it for you then?
For me here, it's 7:58 p.m. on a Monday night. But normally when Paul has his the regular room, it's 5 a.m. on a Wednesday morning for me.
Oh, killer. Whereabouts in Australia are you?
Sydney.
Right. I did an event in Melbourne 5 years ago. We travelled from Melbourne to Sydney. And I was thinking of doing a book signing in Sydney because I've got a cousin who lives in Sydney as well. So fantastic city. Absolutely extraordinary place. Extraordinary.
It is.
Good morning, Mr. Vooght. How are you doing? Check your audio if you would like. Great. I heard absolutely nothing. I heard a little bit of a squeak. I hope your phone's okay. We do take requests in Morse if you do have them, Richard.
Cheers, Paul. Sorry, I'm just having a small argument with my phone. You know what I'm like.
I know technology loves you. You should have been here on Friday when we did our test setup. That was fantastic. Daisy, can you show me an indication that you've actually got the function of the phone? At the bottom, you'll go across from mic, and then you'll find the third icon across the bottom of the screen is a heart symbol. And then if you press that, you'll find icons. Press any one of those to let me know you can hear me. Because if you don't have a question or anything, I will put you into another subset and take somebody else to be one of our first 10. John Hudson's working. John Hudson, would you like to give me a quick check of your audio, please?
Can you hear me okay?
Excellent, that's good. We are recording this, as you know, Twitter Space also records for 30 days as well. Goldie, do you want to give me a quick audio check? Oh, I missed that. Yes.
Just quickly, I won't be able to help you give access because I don't have the access to do it.
Why did you not? Here, here's co-host. Right, it's come back again. Now, please take that. Right, so Daisy, the fist symbol is saying you can't talk at this present time, yes? Use the fist symbol again. Every time I get a signal back later, because it's delayed, I was looking at something else. Goldie's working.
All right, I have an issue now.
Oh, God. No, you're co-host.
No, I can't put myself on mute.
I'm going to mute everybody. Let's see if that does it. Can you talk to me? Melissa,
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, so you don't mute yourself. Okay, so did you... Daisy?
That's why I jumped out the first time.
Okay.
Because I couldn't unmute and now I can't mute.
There should be better icons on the bottom of this screen. One that says, help me now. So listen, that's fine. Okay, so we're doing well. We've got people coming in. People will follow in if they're out there listening. It's coming up to 5 past. Oh, I missed that.
I may have to jump out and jump back in because I still can't mute.
All right, jump out and jump in again. Meanwhile, welcome to the Circuits of Errors. We're doing well. It's okay. Not a problem. Richard, just how do we refer to you again today? How do you want to be referred to, Richard? Don't tell me his audio's gone out.
No, he doesn't have speaker access.
Did he bounce out then? Right, okay. Sending you another request.
I've just invited him.
All right, we've got 10 people out there, but we don't know how many people are listening via the browser. That's the main thing. Yeah, I'll explain everything. Okay, people, if we go all to mute and be quite happy, and then we'll start this off in a semi-professional manner, and we'll watch the numbers grow. As we happen to be only ourselves in here, you can take yourselves off mute if you want, and we just have a little conversation and probably go for another 10 minutes or so. I've got no friends, obviously.
I think everyone's talked out.
No, tomorrow you can take yourself off mute completely. I mean, we're not going to overtalk each other. We're quite sensible in here. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, actually, I'm having a hard time with the disembodied speaking group. It's just like not being able to see visual cues, body language. It's really throwing me off for some reason.
Yeah, it's hard work trying to make sure that you host a room in that manner as well. It gets a bit confusing. You have to kind of butt in on people, which is not always the best thing that I want to do. Haven't seen you for a while. I presume people got something out of our 5 hours today. I'm sure they must have done.
Oh, yeah. Definitely had a lot of information.
And also the fact that I think somebody wants to do a monthly meetup.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's spontaneous, by the way, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I'm really looking forward to that. I think, Greybeard, did you want to say something? Did I see your hand up? I'm not sure.
Oh, I was just going to talk, but you guys are talking already. It's okay. I was just
No, we've done enough. Greybeard, come ahead. Just talk.
A couple things I thought interesting. His concepts. I absolutely love everything that Anthony was talking about, and I'm in agreement with almost everything he says. The only thing I didn't understand is that I'm not sure where he gets this concept of reincarnation.
It's not really reincarnation in a manner. The concept he's saying is that, like on a video disc, as we discussed on Tuesday, you've got multiple interpretations of how that life could run out. And at the end of one, you're running another one. You're not running the same one multiple times. You're running it with different possibilities each time, if that makes clear sense.
Yeah, but he seemed to have the thought that you can't possibly reincarnate into a different being or in a different timeline, because then you wouldn't learn, because you need to be surrounded by the same people that you may have hurt or you may have loved.
All right, I think what he was trying to say was...
Gabe, come back. You were saying something and it disappeared.
I'm here. Yeah, I somehow got muted. I was just thinking that while he was talking, he was saying that you can live your life and sort of go through a reincarnation during your lifetime, because if you reincarnate into another body, you won't have the memories of those people that you had crossed or had to make amends with.
But my thought is, I think within reincarnation, the belief is that your spirit or daemon or whatever you want to call it, that is the one that has the connections to other daemons. And so when you reincarnate, those other daemons come down as other people. It could be a sibling one life, and it could be a mother the next life, and it could be a neighbor the next life. But you're always surrounded by those same people to learn together. So I didn't understand how closed his idea of reincarnation was.
This is my understanding of reincarnation, and I've read this in the Spirit's book as well. So reincarnation is, we all come here to evolve and to and the thing is, when we're reincarnating, you may have accelerated in this lifetime and learnt so much compared to someone like your brother or your sister or your mother, for example. So when you go to reincarnate in another life, you're not necessarily going to reincarnate back here. There are other worlds, and if you've accelerated and evolved on a whole other level, your father or your mother, they might not come with you in the next world or the next life, because there's still a lot that they need to learn on this planet, this world, this realm. right? So to me, my understanding is you're always going to be connected to blood relations. There's always going to be ties there. You may not see them for another 2 or 3 lifetimes, but you'll be connected to them if they've caught up, pretty much. So it's all about, that's my understanding of it. If you're going to evolve, you're going to evolve to higher worlds.
Exactly. That's my
I think that's
impression
what
as
you're
well.
getting at. Yeah.
But he was saying that possibly can't be true, because in order to learn, you would have to come back and live another multiverse almost of your own life again with those same people and same instances, so then you can take what you learned. But my concept is like yours. I look at it more as the daemon is learning, not me as an individual. So the daemon can come down in a next life and could be a woman. I could be African American. Who knows? Whatever
That's
I
right.
need to learn my next level.
Yeah, because that's how I see it as well. And if your siblings haven't evolved to the same level that you have, you can't go backwards. You can stay idle or you can advance, but you can't go backwards to be with them unless you've chosen to. Because and we've experienced it. There's masters that come here to teach people who are at lower levels of evolution. So unless you're going to go back to a lower world where you're there to teach and be a master, then that's a whole different story altogether.
Yeah, I was thinking about American football, where you would, the quarterback, that's you. You hand the ball off to the running back. That'd be your next life, and so on. Or if you're doing the flea flicker play when you're throwing the ball backwards, that would probably be impossible. And so you're the ball, which would be your conscious or yourself, would pass on to the next person, and he would go forward towards the goal line, whatever the goal might be. But we definitely have to, when we're thinking of these things, we have to remove our own humanistic bias, and to think that the universe would be so closed that there were no possibilities, or there was some things that were impossible, because I'm pretty sure that the universe, everything is possible.
Yes, because Stephen Hawking was saying the same thing in one of the theories that we've discussed before, of blowing bubbles in water and how all the information is put in there. Again, when the consciousness is ever discovered to be, however it locates within the brain to whatever signal point, as Greybeard said, you could be anybody. But then again, you're not always running in a linear time, as Gabe said, using the football analogy. You could be running side to side for a few bits, but just backwards before you're going forwards again, because time isn't linear as far as all the information we seem to be getting through science. It's something we've constructed.
And the tumbleweeds.
That's what I thought. I thought I was on mute for a minute there.
I think I need more coffee.
Well, you've got to be here for 1900 tomorrow, because there's a talk on good old fungi, which I didn't realize that I'd be doing 5 hours today. So
I think I need a coffee. It's 3:27 a.m. here.
Well, we'll start wrapping.
If this was my Wednesday or your Tuesday, I could just stay up for another 2 hours and I'd be ready for the next talk.
I have to say that this has just been such a gift of uniqueness today, that he approached me, said he wanted to do an experiment, and then halfway through the first one, as everyone was there, apart from M, I'm going to have to deduct you from being a co-host, M, he said, I want to do 2.5 to 3 hours in the afternoon. And then he's now approached us. I don't know if M was here at the time. He said he would like to have a monthly meeting with our crew of a similar kind of duration of time. So he likes our community.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy that it went well, and really gutted as well that I couldn't join earlier. I'm just kind of finishing up at work at the moment. So, yeah. But
we do have a full audio file of the full 5 hours, and it's still recording at this present time. I'm not sure whether I take it out as a Christmas edition, because it's got to go out there as a podcast in some manner, either split up so that we can build our community and grow our community with other kind of sectors out there and overlap them. Because at the moment, has anybody actually listened to any of the ones that I've passed out to them, like the NDE one or not, to check the quality? Excellent.
I did.
Yeah.
I forgot to get back to you about it. The one with
Leave the group. Leave the group.
Double.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, the double broadcast.
Yeah, but you got a jump
hard
point.
to listen to.
Yeah, but I told you to jump to a point of 1 hour 19:47 seconds, which is etched in my mind. Did you not jump to that, Tamara? Did you not jump to
that was the one with the double of everyone's voice.
That's why it said at the text, please jump to 1 hour 19:47 seconds, and it's clean text and people sharing their NDE experiences.
I did hear that part. I think I remember actually being a part of that briefly.
But the quality is good. Oddly enough, we have somebody who contacted me and said because they are a touch typist and deal with strange audio, she's going to type out the text at the beginning of the double bit, send it to me so that I can splice it and then basically reread my own words of the informational part back into it. And then we can actually have it as an audio file for our archive for the Perceptions Today, which I think will be fantastic. And so many people are offering their services. Em offered her services to be a co-host. I've had people offering to do artwork for us and all other kind of strange things. And it's amazing without even having to ask anything. People are just being, I want to be part of the community. How can I help? And again, when Anthony wanted to discuss something on software, and then he just said, no, I fancy being part of this. Let's test it out. Let's see what audience we can reach. So just fantastic. Estevel, you're very quiet.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Excellent. I do really appreciate you being part of our community, as obviously English isn't your first language.
What, don't I sound English enough to you?
No, I'm saying it's hard. Renegade has a hard job. I don't have 2 languages in my pocket. And you turn up to listen to these. All I'm saying is that it's nice of Estevel and Renegade to spend the time when their language isn't firstly English. And it's complex stuff.
Well, yeah,
I didn't say anything wrong.
No, I'm
leaving.
No, you meant well.
Welcome to backhanded compliments. I can teach you how to do that if you want.
Yeah. No,
I said you're a valued part of the community.
Well, thank you very much. No, I enjoyed listening to everything going on today. I popped in earlier today. I missed the first half or something, whatever. But then he referenced back to several things. He touched upon a lot of things that I heard before in podcasts. I used to, years ago, really like to listen to Sam Harris.
Okay.
Because he often had interviews with all these people, like Max Tetmark and the all these things about the heart problem of consciousness and whatnot. I just got fed up with him because of all the politics. So a lot of things like, I'm familiar with that, or, I wouldn't say I'm an expert on any of these things, but I really enjoyed listening to him because he really has it's not just, hopefully I don't offend anyone with this. It's not just sort of new age flakiness. It's, he tries to root everything in, he's actually looking for answers and not just looking for confirmation bias, so to speak.
Oh, correct. So if you ever look into his books, you'll find lots and lots of notes at the back saying which publications he's found the research in, so that anyone who's a really hard skeptic will either take it on board or not, or just ignore it. So,
I suppose I am. I always say I'm a skeptic. Because I'm skeptical of everything.
As long as you're a skeptic in the sense that if you find something that is now true to you, you take it on board, and not a hard skeptic where everything is completely wrong, even if you get valid information to show you that that's correct. That's the way that a real skeptic should work.
Yeah, well, I don't know if those are really skeptical or just just closed-minded. I suppose that's not the same thing, at least not to me. But in terms of myself, because I wanted to ask him, and then I didn't have time. But the point is, and he also said he's not religious in the sense that he doesn't follow one thing. So he sort of referred to himself as sort of an atheist. The point is, if you consult a dictionary, most dictionaries don't even get the definition right of what that means. They sort of make it out to be something that, and maybe it can't fault the people working for the dictionaries that much, because some people who call themselves atheists turn out to be some sort of cult of people who are just anti-theists, which is not the same thing. But the thing is, there's so many things I don't know, and there's so many things I don't have an explanation for. I'm just curious about. So yeah,
you're in the right community, because we're all not experts in everything. We know a little bit of everything, and hopefully that mesh of the Venn diagram, it will help us out find out more.
Yeah. So if you for insofar as that is, because we all apply labels to ourselves and to other things in life. I'm just agnostic about a great many things, but I don't subscribe to any particular religion. I don't know about all these things, but there is, of course, so metaphysics. It's not just, to some people that only refers to the supernatural, but it's probably more than that. And even if, how do you define that? And because people do have all these experiences. So
I think Tamara's got something to add to that, as she put her hand up.
I don't want to interrupt, but I mean, you could wait. I could wait until you're finished.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm really incoherent with the way I'm sort of trying to express myself now. But yeah, it's just, I find it fascinating to because there must be levels of consciousness and sort of new layers, new depths, new heights you can try to reach. And yeah, just like I had these weird dreams, and I'm just sort of constantly remembering them. And I suppose
we were discussing that we might do a talk on dreams, and if you fancy being a guinea pig and letting us into your brain, then we will take you on quite happily.
I'll have a think about that, because my dreams tend to be a bit bizarre. I don't know.
We like bizarre.
Why
We've
not?
got a lot of people in here who are bizarre, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
That's why we all get along.
Yeah. I could tell you now, but
no, we're going to be shutting the room down in 5 minutes. I can't do any more at the moment. I got to prepare for tomorrow.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'll respect that. No, that's fine.
I'm pulling your leg, by the way. Renegade, how are you doing? You still working?
No, back at home.
Tamara's waiting to speak.
I know. I was just saying hello to Renegade, and then I'll let Tamara speak.
I don't have any questions. Yeah, I have thousands of questions left, but maybe one question to end.
Not yet. Tamara's got her hand up.
See what you've done?
Sorry.
That's your fault.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Come on, Tamara. No, stage is yours.
Well, I don't know how many people here can relate, but I grew up in a very super conservative Christian family and neighborhood, and I've always been a free thinker, and I kind of made enemies with my relatives in that environment. And then later in life, I went through a number of traumas that shook me out of that belief system entirely. I'm trying to find my way back to a belief system, but it's not really coming together yet.
Have we lost Tamara at that point? Have you finished?
But nope,
No.
I have a weird way of just like losing my train of thought.
Oh no, that's
I just
okay.
trail
If
off.
that is part of your personality, your icon has never said that to us before. So we're just trying to work out what goes on. We're all not quite.
It's not normal. It's like an aphasia thing. I'm becoming more and more like it's hard to finish a thought or connect the dots.
That sounds very much the way that the Kundalini experience that Imaginal Traveler has. She has similar kind of problems of organizing her thoughts in a timeline because so much comes in and it's out of kilter.
It's apparently related to the Lyme disease, which is kind of running its course at this point.
Ah, sorry to hear about that.
Yes, but it's hard to explain myself to people now, and it's almost like I have an anxiety about speaking, so it makes it even worse when I have to speak around new people, people that aren't sitting in front of me. It's really hard.
You're doing it extremely well. I mean, you keep coming back, you keep talking, so that's great. We don't judge.
No.
And hopefully you feel safe within our community.
Yeah, it's just that I think I mentioned it before. It's just that disembodied wall for me. It's like it's easier to talk when I can see someone sitting across from me.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a Zoom call one day and we'll have everyone with actual video if my bandwidth can take it. All right. Right. Now, Renegade, you got about 3 words you can say to us before we go to Greybeard.
I just have a question for everybody. I don't know if there's anybody who can work with 3D software to map out my dream worlds. So if there's anybody who want to join me in that, feel free to contact me.
We can see what we can do within the community. We can put a shout out. If you formulate the tweet, I'll tweet it out via the Perceptions Today account and we'll see what we can catch.
Yeah, that's quite interesting that he wants to map out his dream world because I've
oh, Gabe, you've beaten up poor Greybeard. He's had his hand up and you just jumped in front of him.
All right. I'll give him a...
You're normally so good in the community.
Thanks, Gabe. I'm here. I just wanted to address 2 people real fast. First, Tamara, when you were saying you struggle to find a belief system because of your upbringing, I had a similar upbringing as well. And I want to say one of the hardest things for me, now in my 40s, was understanding I don't need a belief system. It's so ingrained in your childhood that you have to have a belief system that when you break away from the first one, when you say you grew up Catholic or whatever, breaking away, you still have it ingrained in you that you need a belief system. So if you're anything like me, like I found myself searching all sorts of different beliefs, all sorts of different religions, just thinking I had to be a part of something until you realize later on that one of the hardest things ever for me was realizing I don't have to be a part of anything. I can join all of these different beliefs and little pieces and put them all together and make my own little one if I want. I just wanted to mention and share that I also have a similar upbringing.
They're not exclusive, yeah.
And then Estival.
I completely agree.
With Estival, he mentioned something.
Don't offend him.
Did Anthony say anything? Did he specifically say he was atheist? Because I took that as he was saying I'm a theist. Agnostic probably would have been a better word, but I didn't hear him specifically. I didn't hear atheist. I thought he was saying
it might have been a
theist.
language translation.
Yeah, I thought he was saying I do believe in some being, like that he believed in some being, but not no specific being. Therefore, he's a theist. Is how I took it, anyways. But.
Well, yeah, he sort of.
We haven't lost him, have we?
Oh, sounds like
Estival.
Yeah, we haven't lost anyone.
No, because you were in half a sentence, and then you.
I'm still here. Greybeard is still here.
No,
you were. I can still see him.
You're in a sentence.
Are you still here?
Stopped, and I don't know whether we lost that word, or you just decided that you look out the window and you get distracted.
I'm
No,
wide
I'm
awake.
just-
I don't think I'm going to sleep.
I'm looking at my phone.
That's very kind of you. Right. Anyway, Gabe, quickly, because I'd like to shut this down because my ears have got.
All right. Yeah, I was just about what Renegade said about mapping his dream world. It's funny how your dream world you start to recognize different locations. Like I've known Manhattan and the Bronx and New York City, and I've been to Brazil, even though I've never been there. I've been to London. I've never been there. But and I've been to Chicago, which I've never been there in my dreams. So it's like, now I'm starting to begin to view these places as a mappable world. So I just wanted to share that.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I'll say something really, really, really quickly before we jump off. It's interesting you say that because I saw myself walking the streets of New York before I went to New York, and I had never been there, but the way I saw myself was I was a female with long red curly hair, and I was wearing shorts and t-shirt, but it was as if I was observing this girl walking the streets and I knew it was me. And then once I arrived in New York in real life, I was having bizarre dreams of things that I would dream of and then they would happen the next day. I would have flashbacks of like I saw a hand that was like lifeless, as like I don't know, I think I've lived in New York in a past life, and it was almost as if all of these experiences were coming in my dreams. So the energy of being there was really bizarre for me, but fascinating at the same time.
That is amazing. We're going to have to really delve into dreams at some point. And yeah, again, so much thanks for everybody turning up and spending so much time today. It's just been unreal. It's a shame we just can't meet in a park and just have drinks and food at the same time and listen to these kind of discussions.
Put it out there. Maybe one day we can.
Oh, well, if we get the intention right.
Put it out there.
Send me an airplane ticket.
That would be good.
Yeah,
I was thinking, could you imagine to go to Anthony Peake's lecture? You'd have to travel, you'd have to go and do other bits and pieces, and you'd probably have an hour and a half to 2 hours. And we've been graciously enough to had 5 hours.
And be able to speak to him and ask him questions as well, and have our questions answered. But imagine if we all ever travelled to go to see Anthony Peake speak, and we're all there. That'd be great.
That would be quite amazing. On that fine note,
let's shut this room down, go to sleep. I have to wake up in 3 hours. My gosh.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, meet you tomorrow, because I think we got a meeting on once I schedule it.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Okay, take care.
Good night, good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.